Have you ever met someone who just seems to be trying way too hard? They talk big use, fancy words, and always have to be the center of attention. Sometimes this isn't about confidence, but the exact opposite. It's about overcompensating for something they feel they lack, specifically intelligence. Today, we're diving deep into 15 habits of people who are trying to appear smarter than they are. This isn't about judging anyone, but about understanding human psychology and maybe even recognizing some of these behaviors in ourselves. First up, they use unnecessarily complex language. The type, instead of saying use, they say utilize. Instead of help, they say facilitate. They sprinkle their conversations with jargon and obscure words, hoping it makes them sound profound. The truth is, genuine intelligence lies in making complex ideas simple and understandable for everyone. If you're constantly reaching for a dictionary to understand someone, they might just be putting on a show. The second habit is always needing to be right. In any discussion or debate, they'll argue their point to the ground, even when faced with clear evidence they're mistaken. Admitting they're wrong feels like admitting a weakness or a lack of knowledge, which is terrifying for them. Truly smart people, however, know that being wrong is an opportunity to learn something new. They're open to changing their minds. Third, they frequently interrupt others. It asks like they can wait for you to finish your sentence because they're so eager to jump in with their own brilliant thought. This isn't just rude. It's a sign that they value their own voice far more than anyone else's. They're not listening to understand. They're just waiting for their turn to speak and impress. Habit number 4, they brag a lot. They'll casually drop names of important people they supposedly know, mention the prestigious schools they attended, or talk about their high-stakes job. This name dropping and constant self-promotion is a classic attempt to build a facade of importance and intellect by association. Number 5 is being overly critical of others. They're quick to point out flaws in other people's work, ideas, or even their grammar. By tearing others down, they create a false sense of superiority for themselves. It's a deflection tactic. If they're busy highlighting someone else's mistake, it draws attention away from their own potential shortcomings. Next, at number 6, they dominate conversations. They don't just participate, they take over. They'll steer every topic back to something they know about, ensuring they're always in their comfort zone and can showcase their knowledge or what they want you to think is knowledge. A real conversation is a two-way street, but for them, it's a one-man show. Habit 7, they dismiss opinions that differ from their own. If you present an idea that challenges their worldview, they won't engage with it thoughtfully. Instead, they'll brush it off as naive, simplistic, or just plain wrong, without offering a real counterargument. This intellectual stonewalling protects their fragile ego from being challenged. Number 8 is a fascinating one. They ask leading questions. Instead of asking genuine questions to learn, they ask questions designed to trap someone or to show off what they already know. For example, they might say, "Don't you think the post-structuralist interpretation is obviously the most valid here?" It's not a question. It's a statement disguised as one, meant to intimidate and assert dominance. Coming in at number 9, they have a strong aversion to saying, "I don't know." To them, those 3 words are a confession of failure. An intelligent person is comfortable with the vastness of what they do know and is excited by the prospect of learning. Someone overcompensating sees it as a chink in their armor and will do anything to avoid admitting it. 10th on our list, they focus on trivial details. In a meeting or a group project, they might get hung up on a minor grammatical error in a presentation or a tiny inconsistency in data, blowing it completely out of proportion. This allows them to look sharp and detail-oriented without having to engage with the bigger, more complex picture, which they might not fully grasp. Habit number 11. They memorize facts to recite them later. They're like walking trivia machines. They can rattle off dates, statistics, and quotes. But they often lack the ability to connect these facts, analyze them, or form a deeper understanding. Their knowledge is a mile wide but an inch deep, used for performance rather than genuine insight. Number 12, they are quick to claim credit for group success. When a team project goes well, they are the first to step into the spotlight, positioning themselves as the mastermind behind the victory. Conversely, when things go wrong, they are the first to point fingers and assign blame. This is all about crafting a narrative where they are always the hero, always the smartest person in the room. The 13th habit is an obsession with status symbols. This can be anything from flashing the latest tech gadgets to constantly talking about their expensive car or designer clothes. They use these external markers of success to signal their worth, hoping that the prestige of their possessions will be mistaken for personal intelligence and capability. At number 14, they get defensive when questioned. Ask them a simple clarifying question about one of their grand statements, and you might be met with hostility. They perceive genuine curiosity as an attack on their intelligence. Their reaction is often, "Are you questioning me?" instead of providing a clear answer, which is a major red flag. Finally, habit number 15. They surround themselves with people they perceive as less intelligent. This is a deliberate strategy. By being the big fish in a small pond, they can maintain their illusion of intellectual superiority with little effort. They avoid circles where they might be challenged or feel out of their depth, preferring the comfort of an admiring, less critical audience. So, there you have it, 15 habits of people who overcompensate for a lack of intelligence. Recognizing these traits can help you navigate social and professional situations more effectively. And it's also a good chance for self. We all feel insecure sometimes, but true intelligence shines through curiosity, humility, and the courage to say, "I don't know." If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more insights into human behavior. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.